Welcome to MamaTokTok's A Different Take, a podcast where everyday people around the globe share a different take on everyday issues. I'm your host, Abi Mambo, and I'm pleased you're joining us today. Welcome. Hi, Nelly.
Hi, Abby.
Welcome to MamaTokTok's Staircase Chronicles. I am so thrilled you're here. And I know I always say that, but we're vibing and everybody will find out why I'm so excited to have you on the show. So today, we're taking it a little bit in a different direction. And I know that people might be wondering what the Staircase Chronicles is, and I described it in the previous episode, but I'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit more. We've been having some great conversations on A Different Take, and I just wanted to go a little bit deeper. And so some of the topics we've talked about in the past, we've talked about it in an external facing way. So with the Staircase Chronicles, my goal is really for us to go a little bit inside, deeper, right? And talk about some things at a deeper level that we wouldn't perhaps talk about in everyday life. So I have Nelly on today, and she'll introduce herself in just a bit. But I have her on today, and we'll be talking about love and beauty. I'm the love doctor. No, I'm not. No, I'm not even the director at the love doctor's office. So no, I'm really somebody who knows a thing or two about that. So Nelly, welcome to the show.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for having me. I am super excited. And yay! And I've watched I've watched some of your shows, and you are amazing. And I'm not just saying this because you're my sister-in-law. I think you are an amazing person, and it's just so refreshing. And what you're doing is just phenomenal. So I'm really super excited to be here. Like I mentioned, I'm the sister-in-law. My husband has been here. I bet he talked you guys' ears off. Okay. And I am a mother of 4.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm claiming my daughter by marriage. Love her to death. So I'm a mother of 4. And yes, I also work full time. And well, let me just say I'm loving it. So I'm super excited to be here. And I just want to share some of my thoughts with my beautiful sister-in-law and, of course, with her audience.
First of all, you look amazing.
Oh,
I've got the whole. So let me just make a confession real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I came on to get on this episode today, and I was doing my whole natural girl thing, and I was good with it. And then I sat down, I took one good look at Nelly. I'm like, your red is popping. I'm gonna go back upstairs. I put a little red. It may not pop like yours, but you know, what you're not gonna take this spotlight away from me, right? Anyway, you look amazing. And
thank you.
Right off the bat, you said something, which is the reason why I wanted you to come on this show, because I think your heart is as vast as the Sahara, right? You said, I'm a mother of 4, and they talked about your daughter by marriage. That, to me, that is quality person talk, right? Seriously, because we talk about blended families as a modern day family, but not everybody takes it in the way that you do. So we're going to be getting into all of that today. Benelli, I'm so excited to have you on the show. And I know it's late your time in Chi-Town, but you know, you come out for families. I mean, so just to give everybody context, I've got 4 nieces, right? Actually, a total of 5 nieces, but from you and Harry, it's 4 nieces, all girls in your house. So there, you know, in your family unit, there are 5 queens, including you. And then Harry still likes to think that he is the king, but he's kind of not. But let's not tell him.
We're not telling him. No,
we're not telling. So Nelly, today we're going to be talking about love and beauty, and so I want to start with love. Because when I visited you, I think in 2015, it might have been, no, in the spring of 2016, you and Harry had been married, but I take great pride in actually going to spend quality time with my siblings and the families.
Yeah.
And in this particular case, I hadn't visited you guys yet. You and I hadn't had a chance to build a rapport. I just kind of knew you. But then I came to Oklahoma. I brought Bailey with me, and Harry was not even in town. And when I
Yeah.
said I'm coming, he said, "Oh, I'm not in town, but Nelly's gonna be there." I'm like, but." He's like, but nothing. I said, "Okay, we're gonna do this." And so I came, and we had just a wonderful time.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But of everything that I remember from that visit, the one thing that really stood out to me more than anything else was the conversation we had about you and Harry and your unit and how you view marriage and love. And so I just want to first of all just ask you, why did you choose this particular partner?
Let me see. To be honest with you, when my very first meeting with Harry, it was kind of unusual. We met at work, and he was introduced to me by another Cameroonian sister that I worked with. So she just said, "Oh, by the way, this is meet Harry. He's from Maryland. He just started working here." So I was like, "Well, hi, nice to meet you." And then he reached out, and he reached out his hand, and then he said, "Name's Harry Fawn." And I looked up at him, and I was like, "What? Like James Bond? Like Harry Fawn, James Bond?" And he had this look on his face like he wasn't expecting. Then he smiled, and I smiled. But I was like, "By the way, are you from Mancon?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "So what is it with this English? What's happening here?" And so that was our very first encounter. And we just kind of connected, I would say. And it was I wouldn't say it was love at first sight or anything like that. No, it was just basically I liked him. I liked his personality. I thought he was funny. I thought he was kind of arrogant in his own way, but he meant well. He's one of those people, if you don't know him, you would see him as arrogant, and but he's a sweetheart. And I kind of for some reason I saw through that facade, and I saw that he was really a darling. And we just connected, and I thought he was funny, so we just became really good friends. And then I don't know, maybe at some point I might have led on, because I'm one of those people. I just believe I don't think that, if you see somebody that you like them, because you're a woman, you should wait for them to approach you. Yeah. If you can, there is a way that you can make a man understand that, hey, if you ask me out, I will say yes, without being, how can I put it, too forward about it. You're still a lady, and you're keeping that whole aspect about it, but you're letting them know that, hey, I like you too, and if you want to ask me out, yeah, I see it. Exactly, I see you. And if you ask me out, I will say yes. So maybe I did put out that vibe, but then he in his own very sweet way told me that he had a girlfriend. Ooh. So I said, "Oh, okay. Sure." I was like, "You guys are serious?" And he said, "Yeah, we're serious." I was like, "Oh, okay." And for me, that was it. I was like, "Oh."
Wait. You actually asked if they were serious?
Yeah, I did. You have to know, men. I don't know. I don't want to say that, I guess when you're in a relationship, I guess for me, this is how I view a relationship. We're in this thing together, right? I don't see any reason why I should be lying to you, or you should be lying to me, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm in a relationship, I just have this, I've always just had this thing. If I'm in a relationship with you and I know for a fact that it's not going anywhere, I will tell you. I don't have to drag and, pull and just pretend. There's no need for me to waste your time and waste my time.
Yep.
So I just feel like other people should have that kind of openness about it. So I asked him, I was like, so he said he had a girlfriend. I said, "Oh, you guys are serious?" And he goes, yeah. And that was good enough for me, because if you're not serious, then there's no reason for you to, no reason to lie. So he said
There
there
is
was such love.
the reason why I asked you that is because I don't even think I've ever asked anybody the question.
Mhm.
But I think if I asked them, they said yes. For me, like that's enough. Okay, deuces. Because if you say no, we're not serious. I'm not sure that I would know where to go next from there, right? But it's really it's like they said no, we're not serious. I might say, what are you still doing with her? But knowing me, I probably won't say that. I'll just be like, oh, okay. Now look at him kind of funny, like why are you with someone that you're not serious with? Why are you calling them your girlfriend? But honestly, I probably I wouldn't even get past the I have a
No,
girlfriend. But
I would ask him that. I would be like, if I say, you guys are serious? And he goes, no, we're not. I was like, so why are you wasting her time? Because trust me, I'm actually looking out for I would be like, so if you're not serious, then why are you wasting her time?
okay.
Like, does she know that you're not serious? Does she know
Yeah.
that this is where it
Yeah.
ends? Because if you're not serious, and I'm saying this because I come from a place where I had been in a relationship where I thought it wasn't something, it wasn't, let me, I shouldn't say I had like a definite plan in mind, like this is where this relationship had to end. I don't really have that. We're in this thing together. We have mutual respect for each other. We're going somewhere, and let's see where it takes us. So I was in this relationship for over 3 years, and and I had always told him, like every time I would sense that something wasn't quite right, I would always ask. I would say, is everything okay? Do
Yep.
you still want this? Because if you don't, that is fine. This thing is not set in stone. If you don't want this, that's fine. Just let me know, and we're going to go our separate ways. And
Yep.
he never did. He always said
Yeah.
everything is fine. And I have that respect for somebody, and some people will say I was naive and maybe stupid and stuff like that, but I just did not see any reason why you had to lie to me, because I wasn't lying. So I would always ask, are you sure? Is there something that's going on? Because if you are tired of this thing, or if there's something else that's going on, just let me know.
No.
Because
Yeah.
because I'm in this with you. But hey, long story. So that's it for me. Like so I asked him, are you guys serious? And if he had said no, we're not serious, then I'll say, does she know that you guys are not serious? Because after that experience that I had, that has always been my thing. Like, I hate it if
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a boy or a girl or the guy or the girl that is doing it, but if you are not in this thing, just let them know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fast forward then,
Mhm.
at some point he's available, you're available, whatever the word we're using these days for these things. and, and you get together. But you talked about having, your daughter from your daughter by marriage. So you're walking
Yeah.
into a situation where you've met this man, you know how you feel about him, and you guys are talking about a relationship, and then there's a daughter involved. From the very beginning, you must have known he had a daughter, and of course, by extension, her mom.
Mhm.
What were your thoughts, like just coming in knowing that, okay, if I end up with this man, it's the whole package, right? The whole thing. How do you engage that?
Um, for me, I guess in this case, the daughter, she's super sweet, and I don't think I'm actually looking at like the mother, like the other woman per se, like a threat or anything. If I'm in a relationship with a guy, I trust him to shield me from certain things. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
she should not be a problem to me, because you are supposed to make sure that does not happen, right?
That.
I have a relationship of mutual respect with her. I respect her, and she's raising a wonderful daughter. And I don't have anything personal with her. I don't know her from Adam's. Like, I don't have any conflict whatsoever with her, and I choose for it to stay that way. right? So I don't want to be caught up in your drama. If there is any, you should shield me, because I'm a firm believer that how I treat you. How can I put this? When I'm out there, I'm basically, I'm an extension of you, right? Like how I carry myself, or how you carry yourself. It's how people will treat me, and by extension treat you, right? So I was like, yeah. So that was it for me. I just felt like, you need to protect me from all of that. So if you're having issues with her, you got to find a way to fix that problem, because at the end of the day, you guys have a daughter that you have to raise, and conflict is, there's no place for it as far as a child is concerned. So keep me happy by fixing your relationship with her. Like have a relationship of mutual respect, come to an understanding. There's always going to be disagreement, no doubt, but can we keep it civil?
Yeah. It's so amazing what you said, and I'm taking mental notes, and I'm going to repeat it for those in the audience who did not catch it. You said, in that situation, your expectation is he will shield you from whatever drama, if there is drama, because sometimes there isn't drama.
Sometimes there isn't drama, yeah.
You expect him, when you're with a man who has a child or children with somebody else, your expectation is he needs to shield you from all of that, because it wasn't part of your making. You've come into a situation, and you with eyes wide open, you're accepting that this is the man I want to be with, and this is his whole package, and I accept it. But there's a part of it where you need to shield me. I really love that, and it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Men who marry women, or date women who already have children with other people, the expectation that there isn't an overreaching, right? Yeah. Not you reaching out to the other woman to fix things or spoil things or fight or whatever is going on, or the man reaching out to the man to create. When there's drama, the people who were in that relationship, that context, need to sort it out. And I really love that you state that, because sometimes I think people find themselves in these situations and they're not really sure what to do, because you could be very well meaning and want to reach out to her, but is it your place? Who knows? So exactly. I like the way you approach it, which is setting out the expectation very often with your partner to say, well, you're gonna have to handle this. Keep speaking wisdom, mama. Keep speaking wisdom.
I'll try.
So then you come in, you have a daughter already. Not a natural daughter, you have a daughter already. How do you start to settle into the relationship in that context? Because already, one of the things, I have a friend who always says to me, I'll never date a man who has a child, for the simple reason that I will never be the number one priority. And it's just as well, right? That his child will always come first, and I expect that to be the case, because if I have a child, my child comes first. So she always says that, and I see the rationale in what she's saying. What was your take on it?
I mean, that I'm going to compete with a child? Definitely not. It's like, I don't know. I just don't see myself coming between his love for his daughter. Like, it's the love that he has for his daughter is special for her,
and it's different.
And different. Exactly. Like right now, okay, so now I have 3 kids with him. I have three lovely daughters with him. The love that he has for them is different as well. He has them at a spot where I can never reach.
Yep.
Right? But that's their love. Like, he has me at a spot where they can never reach. It's always so funny, because sometimes he's like, move away, that's my wife's spot. And we just laugh about it. Right?
Yep.
And it's just, there's no competition. It's just love. There's no competition. He loves his daughter, and I expect him to love his daughter and to treat her the way I want him to treat the daughters that I have with him. I mean, like it's just no competition at all. Like I never saw that like a threat, like my position was threatened because he loved or because he had a daughter, and I felt like I was never going to be first. I never wanted to be first in that aspect anyways, to begin with. I wanted to be first somewhere else. Yeah.
So your worldview of this is similar to mine, which is two lanes, two separate lanes.
Yeah.
They have, you think about the highway, right? Two lanes side by side are connected by the white line between.
Yeah.
They're traveling side by side, but they don't merge.
They don't.
However, let me challenge that, because it's good and fine to say you can't measure love. Love is kind of amorphous. It's not. It doesn't have shape, right?
Yeah.
So let's concretize it. When it comes to time and to resources, then I think that's where I really understand what she's talking about. Because the question that comes, there's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
The way to look at time now, time is finite. If you were graduating today, and his daughter was graduating today, for whatever reason, you guys just absolutely could not change the date, he would have to make a choice about where to be, right? But just your thought on that.
I don't know. Okay. I guess that's when you set boundaries, I would say. I mean, it's a child is graduating and you are graduating, and maybe it's just my personality. It's probably just my personality, but I have, like, okay, say I'll take this. I don't know if it will even make sense, but just to prove that, there are just certain things that you just really don't want to get into a fight with. It's not, at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. So it's not an emergency. Nobody's gonna die. It's a joyous moment. I'll probably be like, you coming to my graduation? No, I'm going to my daughter's graduation. Okay. So if the daughter, maybe the daughter is not in his life all the time, right? Like maybe she is leaving with her mom and she's graduating. That's a big event for her. And those are things that he probably will miss.
Yes.
Or he has already missed some of them.
Yes.
So do I expect him to forego that one because I'm graduating as well? No. Because you see, I also want him to be happy.
Yes.
And maybe I'm giving him credit, but I'm already thinking that he has already fought this battle in his own mind and in his own heart. And he's like, I know this is probably going to break my wife's heart, but I got to go to my daughter's thing because, it doesn't happen often. I don't know when the next one's ever going to be. And I really just want to be there for her. By all means, be there. You got my blessing. Go be with your daughter. And then when you come back, we'll celebrate mine.
Yep.
That is my personality. That's how I will look at it, right? But but like I said, it's something that you would have to set boundaries for, because there's certain things that it's not going to be one of those things where at a drop of a hat, say the mom is like, hey, you need to come do this. And then he's like, okay, I got to go. No, you don't got to go. At this time, it's not about the child. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not about the child. It's about the mom. Right? I'll be like, no, boundaries. You can bring her here and stuff like that.
So I'm going to throw you a quick one, and then we can move on to something else. Because I think I know where you're coming from on this. You've been working towards this degree for a long, long, long time. You finally get it. You're super excited. It's your graduation, and it's her birthday party. Now she's going to have birthdays every year.
Every year.
What do you do?
Oh no, that one is different.
He's telling you he's going to the birthday party.
Okay.
What do you do?
That one is different, because then that's why I think if you have a mutual understanding with your husband or with your partner, it's not even going to come to a fight, right? Just be
No,
like,
but I'm saying it's not so much a fight. I'm just saying in that case, because we're talking
mm-hmm,
about resources, right? In that case, what do you do? Because you talk very clearly about the lanes,
mm-hmm,
right? And I agree with you. There are two lanes, but there aren't two Tuesdays in the same week. There aren't two Saturdays in the same
that's
week.
true.
So that when it
That's
comes to
true.
that, when it comes to finite resources, someone
Mm-hmm,
has to be prioritized, right? And
exactly.
how do you kind of navigate and engage that, right? That's
See, like you rightly said, it's a birthday and it comes every year, right?
mm-hmm,
So he can forego that one birthday and
mm-hmm.
help me celebrate this achievement of mine, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah. So and I think at that, yeah, definitely that one. I don't know. I'm hoping that doesn't come to a point where it's like we have to, like, I have to really drill it into your head that you should pick me. He should just know it's
yeah,
her birthday and it's gonna come every year. So just spend this one moment with me. And hey, just watch me walk, you know, and take this badge of mine and see me beam and be happy and glow because I am finally achieving the thing that I've worked so hard for. And then we can go to your child's birthday party
yeah, yeah,
together. Yeah.
yeah.
So
But it,
at that time, yeah, I'm hoping that he picks me. And
yeah,
I would be a little bit ticked off if he doesn't. And
but
I
you
don't think
see,
it's, yeah.
I love that and the ownership of that because you said, I hope that he picks me. But
Mhm.
the reality of this, if you weren't with the man who had a child, it's not even a discussion. There's nothing to talk about. You don't have to be picked. You are the
Are
default,
they?
right? You're the default. There are not two lanes. There's one lane, and that's it.
Hey, but you know what? There might be a case where there is no child, but then they are friends that he has to be with. So,
Girl, yes, yes,
or
yes.
there's a game that he has to go to,
Already,
or there is something. So there is always something. You're just hoping that you're with that one person that picks you.
yeah.
That see,
I mean,
yeah.
I gave you, sorry, I gave you, seriously, what's the toughest example, right? Because with the
Mhm.
game, you say, what do you mean? You can record that nonsense. You come back and work even well back. What do you mean? And it's your friend, tell someone that you will catch him later. What are you talking about? Right? But when we're talking about these kind of situations, it's a little bit different because we're talking about real deep heart issues,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So for you, then it's been you've come into that, and I see how you guys work together, and I want to say a little bit into this. One of the things that I've watched about you and Harry over the years, and which is why I wanted you to talk about love and what it means to you, is there's a cadence to how you all operate, right? Harry's very extroverted, flashy, just like the life of the party.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen you, like, honestly, I'm still trying to learn whether that's who you are or if you just let it flow with him, right? Because he'll start, doing something and then you'll catch it, right? And then you guys will do it. And there's just this very natural kind of way in which you both move, which I think is beautiful from where I'm sitting. How do you do that? Which is how do you flow with your partner and still maintain your individuality? Because you're a very strong woman. You know what you want and you're gonna get it. And so how are you able to do both, Nelly? Because I've watched you and I haven't quite figured it out.
Huh. Let me see. I don't know. Like, here's my, like, truly, I know that people say this a lot, but he is truly my best friend, right? Like, even before we became a thing, I saw him for who he was and his personality and his, like you said, his flashiness and everything. And I'm not that, right? Like, I am happy to be in the background. and observe. I'm more of an observer. But if you pull me in, then I would. My thing is, if this movement makes you happy, then of course let's do it and get you happy. And I don't mind. It doesn't make me unhappy. So hey, let's do it. So I guess it's coming from that makes us kind of vibe that way. And it's so natural because he does it all the time. You know, like he sees me and he sees my personality and the kind of person that I am, and he tries, I shouldn't say he tries, he every now and then he pulls me out of my comfort zone. Like he does that quite a bit. He pulls me out of my comfort zone into his space, and I absolutely love it. So it's just something that just happens so natural. Like, I don't know, it just happens from like I said, from day one. I could truly say it wasn't love at first sight. It was like, and he was my best friend from like day one. Like we just kind of flowed together, different personalities and everything, but we just kind of connected, and it's been that way ever since. So I really don't know how else to be as far as he's concerned. Like, that's just it.
That is so beautiful. How do you keep your individuality in the flow?
In the flow?
Because like you said, the flow is his flow.
It's his flow.
His world. So how do you maintain your Nelliness in the Harry flow?
Because I understand that being me is what got him to be with me, right? So I can never be him. I can never be anybody else but me. So I can meet you, you know, and we can gel. I have this friend, that's what she says. We can gel, you know, like you for a little bit, but I will always be me, because that's home for him, right? That's what he loves coming home to. That's his space. That's his happy place. So it's very easy for me to dive in and, you know, flow with him and then still be me, because that's really all that I know how to be. Yeah. So it's his safe place, me being me. So yeah. So I just, for me, having that in mind, I guess that's what makes me just kind of always return to that space. Yeah.
We had a conversation once about feminism. And remember this.
A good one, yes.
And this whole idea of, you know, in the context of feminism, what a woman does or doesn't do. And I think your comment was something along the lines of, if women want to be in the kitchen cooking and cleaning all day. No, you said I forget exactly what you said. I don't think the comment is still up on Facebook, but it was something to the tune of, some women like to be in the kitchen cooking every day, something like that. And what's wrong with that? And you are not a woman who's in the kitchen every day cooking. You have a job and you cook and take care of your girls and all of that. But how do you, in all the debate about, you know, roles and who does what at home, how do you have that conversation at home within the context of feminism? Because again, I've said, people can be fooled into thinking you're a doormat, you're soft. You have a gentle way of talking, this but you're anything but. Right? I've experienced this. So what is your view on feminism in the context of marriage? And how do you view this whole women are equal to men?
I don't know. Like, this is how I view the whole equality thing, right? I don't think any two people are equal. That's just my take. And it's got nothing to do with the fact that you're a man or a woman, right? Okay, take this for instance. We go into a job. We go in for a job interview. You go in first. It's the same position, right? The same position. You go in and they interview you and you talk with those people and you give them your answers and you have your personality and whatsoever. You flow with them. And then it comes to negotiation of how much to pay you, how much you are worth. and then you tell them what you're worth, right?
Yep.
How much do you expect in this position? And you tell them. And then I come in and I go through the same process. And then they ask me the same question. How much are you worth? And I tell them, right? I just believe that's how everybody should be. I'm not equal to you. I am who I am. And it's just that simple. Like when it comes to jobs, for instance, like this movement about women should make the same amount as men. Why should I make the same amount as you if I can make more? Right? If I am more qualified than you are, pay me more. Mm-hmm. Not because I'm a woman, but because I am more qualified than he is. Right? Mm-hmm. It's gotten, I don't think, so for me, feminism, I can understand if you're not going to give me a job because you think I'm a woman and I cannot do it. That will piss me off. Right? Yeah. That will piss me off. But I don't think I'll be mad if I find out that this man is making more money than me. I'm not going to assume that it's because he's a man. I'm probably going to say, maybe I did not negotiate better like he did. And I will try to do that. Then I will go in there and I will elevate my worth. Now, if they tell me to my face that we cannot do this for you because you're a woman, then now I have a problem. Right?
But then they never say that, right, Nelly? That's the trick, is that nobody ever tells you really to your face that's because you're a woman, unless they want to.
Nobody really ever does. My thing is this. I just feel like, women, they have a point. I'm not going to say feminism is a terrible thing. I'm all for it. I'm all for women empowerment and women doing, going out there and conquering and doing amazing things. I'm all for that. But I am still that person that, I want a man to open up the door for me because I'm a woman, right? Open the door. Hold the door open for me. Get up and let me sit because I'm a woman. And it's got nothing. I heard this woman one time, she said, don't do that for me because it means you think I'm weak because I'm a woman. No, do that for me because I'm a woman and I am special and I deserve it. Exactly. I deserve it. I want you to get up and me sit because I am special like that. I think there's some women who get it and some women who are not quite sure exactly what's up. I always say sometimes I think that like in any situation, there are always going to be extremists. Like I, for that conversation that she said, I did say that, if a woman wants to be in the kitchen cooking, if that makes her happy, by all means, let her do it. The days that I want to cook, trust me, I will be in that kitchen and you would think I'm a slave because I will cook and cook and cook and cook. And then there'll be another time I'm like, no, I don't feel like doing anything today. And it's okay, right? Like at home, and you're right, people think, that I am docile and, I am accepting of everything, but that is not true. I was raised by a strong woman, and my father, he is always instilled in us that, you are strong and you have to go out there and do stuff. It was never a case of you're a woman, this is your place. Yeah. It has never been that for me. By nature, I am just soft-spoken and I would rather not be in conflict with anybody or with any situation, but that doesn't mean I cannot hold my own if I have to. You will not bend me if I say you won't. It's just that simple. And I think I think there are just some extremists in that regards. I am all for women being powerful and strong and having their voice and having their rights and not being treated as, second class people because they're women. But I also think that there are just some people that have taken it too far. If it pleases you to, to stay at home and cook and not work, by all means, do it.
Yeah. So let me take it back to love, please. What are some of the things that you think in this day and age we're hearing about a lot of divorce? I guess we're still many of us, millions of us, are still under lockdown. But we already heard after China came out of lockdown that many couples were filing for divorce. What do you think? And if you think about your journey, what do you think it is?
They're not like that. So you have to understand, first of all, who you're married to. Like Harry, he
I'm laughing because it sounds so basic, right? It sounds
yeah.
really basic. Like, do you know who you're married to?
Welcome to MamaTokTok's A Different Take, a podcast where everyday people around the globe share a different take on everyday issues. I'm your host, Abi Mambo, and I'm pleased you're joining us today. Welcome.